Welcome to Il Mercato's Monday Night Wine Tasting. Tonight we are going to be talking about lesser known varietals. Usually when people go out, the first thing that they're looking for, I'd say 80% of the people, you're looking at the Chardonnays, Pinot Grigios, Cabernets, Merlots. Today we're doing something different. We're going to be looking at a Torrontés, a Cortese, which is Gave de Gave. We're also looking at a Nero d'Avola from Sicily and a Carmenere from the Maipo Valley in Chile. These are grapes that a lot of people overlook on wine lists. Number one, they're not familiar with them. And number two, they don't know what it's going to pair with, what kinds of foods they're going to pair with. Now, if you look at these wines on a wine list, you'll notice that the price point on these is usually better than what your Chardonnays or your Pinot Noirs or your Cabernets. And they're going to give you more bang for your buck, I think. And as far as specifically pairing these wines with food, a lot of these less known varietals will actually go better with your food than if you just order a Chardonnay every time you go out.
The reason why these grapes are lesser known is because they mostly stay within their region because that's where they thrive the most. That's where their true representation of the grape, of the wine itself will come out. And you know, when you get that detailed into the region, that's when you start getting into the different foods. So that's why a lot of people don't know about these, but you can easily pair them with a lot of the foods that we already know.
When you're at the restaurant, talk to the sommelier. You know, he's more than happy, or she's more than happy to sell these wines because, you know, quite honestly, they're not selling as many of these wines as they are selling the big
Chardonnays.
Six. You know, your Sauvignon Blancs, Cabernets, Merlots. The first one that we're going to be tasting today is the Torrontés, the Nomade. This is made by Tomás Achaval. This is a very high altitude Torrontés. Okay, Torrontés is typically known as very floral, and I mean, I can smell this one already, and it's not even up to my nose.
Yeah, and actually, you know, to kind of gauge and to kind of compare it, the floral comes almost similar to a Gewürztraminer. If you've had Gewürztraminers before, it's that same profile, very floral, very soft.
This one, I think one time I did blind taste this wine, and I picked it out as a Gewürztraminer. A lot of lychee on the nose.
Yeah, definitely.
Really flowery, really fruity on the nose. Delicious wine. This wine with fish, seafood, with salads.
Jack would be amazing.
Yeah, with you know, really good fresh seafood. And again, this one coming in on our wine list, we're selling this in the mid-30s.
Yep.
You know, it's a fantastic deal, and it's something different that people should be looking at. Let's try a taste of this. Great minerality. Great fruit, nice and dry, 13.5% alcohol, so it's right in the middle there. It's not coming out at you. Great food wine.
Now, for those that maybe want to compare it to, if you like Sauvignon Blancs, if you like lighter styles of wine, this would be perfect for you to try. The next wine we are trying is the Via Spadina Gave de Gave, which is made from the Cortese grape. This is coming from the Piedmont region in Italy, northern Italy, and for those of you that like to try a little bolder white wine, you know, stronger, heavier body, this would be the perfect fit for it. For this one in particular, it undergoes a partial malolactic fermentation. The conversion of malic acid into lactic acid, converting it into lactic acid will make the wine a little softer, a little more rounder, similar to what Chardonnay undergoes as well. If you like a little bit of an oaky, buttery Chardonnay, this will be a good alternative, even though it's not as heavy as that.
Yeah, that fermentation, the malolactic fermentation, basically rounds out the wine. Not all white wines will go through malolactic fermentation. Some partial, some full, some none at all. That's white wines. With red wines, all red wines have to go through malolactic fermentation, or else they'd be basically undrinkable. It would be like drinking vinegar. This is a DOCG. It's one of the first DOCGs, the Gave DOCG. Which is the highest designation of wine you can get in Italy, and for a white wine, that's impressive. Southern area Piedmont, a lot of limestone, chalky hills, and you get a lot of that in this wine. It's very full-bodied, and it's got a lot of minerality, a lot of fruit components in there, similar to Chardonnay.
And you get that buttery aroma, which will become from the diacetyl component of it. Now, also, this one, what I really like about the producers for this is that they try to produce higher quality wine. So the average age for this wine is actually 22 years on the vine, which is really nice and smooth. The vine's average age is about 22 years. So the next one we are trying is the Vin Chocolat Carmenere. Now, what I really like about the Carmenere, this one in particular, it is stainless steel fermented. So it doesn't have any oak components to it, any wood components. It's just fresh, pure wine itself, and it really comes out with the fruit aspects of it, nice and light, a very young wine as well. And, you know, interesting story about the Carmenere. In Chile, when it was first introduced, a lot of people thought it was another strain of Merlot. It wasn't until recently that it was uncovered as Carmenere and as one of the original 6 grapes for Bordeaux.
This is a wine that, if you like the Merlot style of wine, go to the Carmenere, and you're always going to get a good deal on Carmenere. A little bit deeper in the wine list, look for it. You can get a great Carmenere at a better price than you're going to get a great Merlot at, and this is going to be similar to what you're going to pair with Merlots. You know, you can do fish with this. You can do red meat with this. You can do pastas and stews.
Yeah,
it's very versatile, and like Yuri said, it's his favorite grape that he's ever had. I mean, it's his favorite one. He didn't say that, but this is fantastic.
Actually, he assumed right.
The next wine we're doing is Nero d'Avola. Now, this one a lot of people have heard of. It's the most popular red grape that comes out of Sicily. There's a lot of fantastic, very expensive Nero d'Avolas, and there's also some fantastic, well-priced Nero d'Avolas. This is the Enzo di Sette Rui, okay, from Sicily. This is also a medium to full-bodied red wine. Again, if you're a Cab and Merlot drinker, look for a Nero d'Avola. You can always find one on a wine list, on a good wine list, at a decent price.
There's, like Mike said, there's a lot of Neros out there. Most of them are going to be made to be drunk in a short time, but a lot of them are really age-worthy. So if you're looking to collect, or you know, you're really into those aged wines, look for a really decent Nero d'Avola, and they will age and they will smooth out and become some of the best wines you probably have ever tried.
Yeah, this one's Nero d'Avolas usually have a lot of complexity to it, a lot of spice to it. Go great with red meats. And this is no exception. And this one on our wine list we're selling, again, mid to low 30s. 13% alcohol by volume, so it's really food friendly, very balanced. A lot of spicy notes, berry notes. This one you can actually sit down and just drink without food as well. You see a lot of great Nero d'Avolas coming out of the Etna region in Italy, but all over actually. But some of my favorites come out of that volcanic ash. Some great producers up there. Some of them can get a little pricey, but as a whole, the Nero d'Avola, you shouldn't be paying all that much for and getting a quality wine. All right, thanks for joining us for Il Mercato's Monday Night Wine video blog. And I hope you enjoyed the different varietals that we brought you today. And
next week we will actually be doing our second beer tasting, where we'll be introducing winter beers, and we will be joined again by Josh Brent from Fresh Beer.
Yes. Oh, and also a point I want to make: Saturday nights we have live music outside here. Fabian, Spanish flamenco guitar,
very talented musician,
really good stuff. And so join us Saturday nights. We'll break open some of these wines, drink it with you.